Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my Lady Boss YouTube channel. So guess what? I have such exciting news to share with you, and it is my 2-year home anniversary. Can you freaking believe it? I really can't. I can't fathom it. It's so crazy that I have been a homeowner for the last 2 years now. I am so grateful. I do still feel very accomplished every single day or every time I have a anniversary. And honestly, it has definitely really humbled me as a person because I think back and I look at it and I'm just like, I was so fortunate to be able to purchase my very first home at 26 years old. It just, to me, it's still mind-blowing, and I am just by far so thankful, so grateful when I look back on it. And honestly, it has been probably the best decision of my life that I've ever made. So as you may know, or just you know of other friends who have purchased homes in the past, every homeowner is going to tell you that not everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows. There are going to be ups and there are going to be downs, but at the same time, to be honest, I think there's so much more upside to it than there are downsides. And this is something, that I really wanted you to consider and think about, because not only am I a personal, homeowner, and I've done this for the last 2 years, I do help other people buy and sell real estate on a daily basis because I am an agent. And the fact that I have the intelligence and I know the steps and what it takes to be able to purchase a home, but then also have that business knowledge because I am doing real estate every single day. I know the ins and outs of it. And the fact is that because I've been an agent for the last 5 years, I truly want to start to be a really huge resource for people out there to be able to, really ask me questions on the steps and the processes of buying a home or anything of that sort, because I truly love what I do. I love being a homeowner. Plus, I'm in this business day in and day out, like I said, and I just want to be that great resource for other people out there. And honestly, think about it this way. If you are someone who is renting right now, for example, you're actually helping somebody else's successes and somebody else's future because you're paying a couple $1,000s to somebody else's mortgage. But if you actually become a homeowner and you decide to buy a house, you're literally putting that money or that rent now towards your future and towards your successes and your mortgage. Why weigh those options? It just makes so much more sense instead of using your money to pay somebody else's rent and use it toward your rent and your own future. So a lot of my friends obviously know me more on a personal level more than my business level, right? So my friends kind of know me as this loud, crazy, outgoing, life of the party, type of gal. But the fact is that when it comes to business and when it comes to my real estate career and being an agent, I have a switch, I guess you can say. I am so goal driven. I love to help other people invest in their dreams and make one of their biggest investments. And so it's kind of like this little switch that goes off where I'm able to kind of have this crazy fun side, but then there's also this other part of me that some of my friends don't see, is that I do have that business drive and that motivation to really help other people out there make a really big investment like this. And that is something that, I do take a lot of pride in myself for, and I have been an agent for the last 5 years. And with that, I gained a lot of business knowledge and real estate knowledge. I gained negotiation skills. And with that all being said, that's where I just want to go ahead and just be a complete real estate resource for those other people out there. Whether you are a first-time home buyer, an investor, someone who wants to buy real estate here locally in the city or in another state, or even if you have friends, family, coworkers, or anybody else like that that is looking to buy a home, I am here to help, and I would gladly like to assist them in any way, shape, or form possible. Because some of you may or may not know this, but owning real estate is one of the biggest ways to build wealth. Because I think it's about I think I'm going to say 90% of today's millionaires own real estate. So, and that's huge, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I think, if you know of anybody or if you personally want to purchase something, start to think about it now. There's no reason why it should stop you. So say for example, that you're a first-time home buyer or of somebody. I understand completely where that could be such a scary process. It's kind of, something that could be super intimidating, or even to the fact or the extent that because you don't know exactly what to do, because this is the first time you're ever trying to like kind of step into those deep waters, it can definitely be very unknown. And I understand, because it's one of the biggest investments that you will be making in your life. And with that being said, like if you decide to make that decision to purchase your very first home, I highly recommend you to choose a realtor that can represent you in the best way possible. So like say for example, like for me and my partner, we completely pride ourselves, and our clients know that we have their backs 100%. Like they know that we will negotiate for them in their best interests and get them the best terms. Like you want someone to have your back completely, especially with this huge investment that you're doing. So not only that, like we also really pride ourselves on that concierge service, and they know that they're going to get that hands-on experience from us, and they know that we're going to be there alongside with them throughout this whole process, literally from the beginning to the end. So when you do decide to make this big purchase, definitely really think and choose of who can be a good fit as a realtor, who is really knowledgeable, has that negotiating experience. You can use us. I'm just kidding. It's whatever, like meshes well and that you actually feel super comfortable with. But like I said, a lot of our clients really do stand behind us, and they can really speak on behalf of me actually, and let everybody know that we do really give 100% of our time and effort to those people. And like I said, I definitely know firsthand because I purchased my home. I was scared, even though I was in this business already as it was. Like, I was still scared being a homeowner. So I can definitely imagine what it would feel like if you aren't even in this industry and you've never done anything associated with real estate. Like, I understand how scary sometimes that can be. But like I said, if you choose the right realtor and someone who you can trust, that's where it can alleviate a lot of those stresses, a lot of problems, and it can definitely lead you in a direction, if you do choose the right one, to have you have a successful transaction at the end of the day and make your first home buying experience be something so memorable, because that's what it's all about. So just over the years of being an agent, I've had, multiple friends and just people come up to me and ask me, like what it takes to buy your first home, or just, the process, or, what's going on in today's real estate market. So when people have questions like that, it's great because you're curious, and that always gets like the wheels turning, and, that's obviously really great. So a lot of people, what I also get to, and I kind of feel like this when I do talk to some people, is that they really hesitate. Like, even though they're not ready to purchase now, and they think that maybe they can do something, a year, 2 year, 5 years from now, don't ever feel like it's a burden to come and ask me. Like, I feel that's sometimes like the vibe that I get from some people, where they're like, oh, I'm not ready yet, but like I just kind of will hold off for right now and whatnot, and kind of just like not even touch base with me after that. And that's where I wanted to let you know a lot of is that don't ever think using my time to ask me questions, to pick my brain about something, is a waste of time, or that you're thinking that you're wasting my time. Like, I am here to be that person to kind of like lean on and just be there, because knowledge is power, and I am so willing to help you create a plan. I am so happy to at least put you in some type of pathway so you know exactly what to do down the line, because if you don't ever try, how will you ever know? The next thing to really note, and it's so funny because I actually just got off the phone with one of my like college friends, and she actually contacted me because she's, thinking of potentially purchasing something. She doesn't know the process, kind of like the whole first time home buyer situation, which is great. A real huge foundation to really focus on when you're thinking of buying a property is to really link up with a lender. Like, that is one of the very first steps that you should try to do, because a lender can help you with your purchasing power. And honestly, that is so powerful, because they can actually, they'll run your credit score, they'll run your income, if you have any stocks or any savings account, they'll look at all of that stuff. But at the end of the day as well too, like, you'll be able to walk out of that room in that after that meeting and like kind of have some type of direction and plan, and it's more solid that way, because you can actually know the actual dollar amount of like the home that you can purchase, or either how much money you have to save per month to be able to reach your goals of purchasing a home. So that's usually one of the really, really big main tips that I actually do recommend to give to other people. But that's where I am here because I do work with a lot of lenders, and that's something that I can help people get started with. I can, make that initial connection where I can introduce you to a lender and just kind of get you talking to that person. Like, a lender does not charge anything for their consultation. You can literally go ahead and talk to this person for free. They can definitely run the numbers for you, help you answer any questions that you have. And so just that initial meeting with a lender is by far one of the most important things in order to buy your very first home. And lastly, if you're not that person who needs to purchase a home at this point in time, and you know of like a family member or a coworker or a friend or anything like that, whether they want to purchase here in the local city or in another state or even another country, my company and we can definitely help you with that. We actually have a really awesome referral program where I can literally help, someone else that you know of who wants to purchase, like, I don't know, in France. We have a program where I can actually link you up with a Pacific Sotheby's agent, and one that really fits the needs, fits the mold of your buying needs. So that's one thing that's really powerful, and like a lot of times people don't really know that an agent can help you like this. It's something that's unknown, that's not really, thought of on the top of their mind. They're like, okay, well, if I buy in LA, like, I can't use Nicole because I have to use another agent. But like, you can use and go through me to find a perfect agent for you in that city, and that's kind of better because it's like that personal connection that I could have with a good agent to set you up with, because like I said, a good agent is someone who you need when you do buy a home. So that's where I can really help assist in that way too, because like I said, it's not really known that an agent can help like this. So definitely keep that in mind, and if anybody else needs any assistance, questions like that, I am definitely a go-to person and I can help even though it's not in the local San Diego city. Alright guys, so I'm going to close out this video. I hope that this video was super insightful on the home buying process, or just being a homeowner already, or just, looking to purchase something, or if you know of anybody else. But honestly, I can literally talk about this for days, and it is something that I'm just so passionate about, and I just love helping other people, because if I was able to do this 2 years ago, like, the knowledge and just so much of what I know and how much I want to help other people get to that point is just like out of this world. You don't understand. But with that being said and everything, maybe it is time, because of the new decade, maybe it is time to step up your game and maybe make a priority to buy a house this year. I don't know. Hopefully that is something that, you can see and want to do down the line in your future. But other than that, I do appreciate you so much for watching. I'm super excited for this new year, and the fact is, like, I hope everybody has success, wealth, happiness, you name it, in the new year of 2020. Get ready, it's coming for you. So without further ado, I will see you all in my next week's video, and I do appreciate you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I do post videos every single Thursday. So I'm going to close out this video. Once again, thank you so much, and I will see you guys all next week. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.